He wants to see the ball a little bit more. Move around, and it locates Newsome for this triple.
That was in they escaped there. Meralco got a good break. That's not a good pass. Well read by Rosales. Out, and he threw it back.
And now Diego Dario will just attack. A lot of rebounders there. 14-4, directing a 10-point lead. Not even halfway through our first quarter of action. Dario scoring his first basket with a layup.
You should have just gone out. Oh,
good pass to the corner. Newsome converts from deep. That is a 5-point swing.
30-0 run, and then the other team came back 12-0
and then lose
to end the game.
Oh, 3-point shot for Newsome. Much needed to force. Yes, but it would surely be an out-of-town game. I think in the coming week or so, we will finalize where we will be headed for your PBA. And Meralco, only a 2-point lead, 92-90. Newsome against Anthony. Mid-range jumper sweet.
Each one of the first.
Yes, it is a steal by Joyce. Joyce all the way to the basket, puts it up, no good. Maliksi with a rebound.
They got numbers.
Back to Newsome.
Oh, nice screens there.
Lofton for three, got it. To Payne, and you could see it. He's not as...
The lift is not the same.
Yeah.
It's the time to do it. No Maliksi, no Lofton. But of course, Banquero, Quinto, and Newsome all can shoot too.
And there it is. Chris Newsome for three.
Lofton can just put that shot up. I mean, against any guard. So let's see if there will be any adjustments defensively. Lofton from way downtown. It's good for three.
Took it from the Mabuhay Rizal.
Alright, Maliksi with the rebound.
What do you call him? Santa Hutch?
Oh, good drive from Chris Newsome, extending their lead to 14. 55-37. We open our third quarter here in the Inares Center in Antipolo. Newsome putting the moves on Racal. He measured him up.
They could be a very good outside shooting team, but they just haven't been. Uh-oh.
Lofton sends it to the corner. Newsome responds with a triple as Racal. Lofton will take a three. No hesitation. In and out on the triple. Oh, but that was a poor turnover coming from Converge.
But there is Tony Bishop coming in from the weak side.
Much needed basket by Paul Quinto. Loving what they're seeing so far here in the third quarter. Newsome steps back, shoots over on Misi, and that's the Chris Newsome we know. Lofton, he's gonna take this.
He's working hard, making like 20 moves just to get open. And then he gives it to a guy who makes another 20 moves.
Newsome makes the basket. They needed that one.
Remember, the shot clock was winding down, so they really had to get up a shot pretty quickly. So a good job on the well-rested Tony Bishop to complete that one.
Nice pass by
Quinto. Back to Nunu. 5 seconds to shoot. Almazan, double team. You gotta let it fly. Newsome does. At the buzzer and drills it.
They'd like to run because they're having difficulty, especially scoring inside, as we take a look at that very tough shot.
62-61. Calvin Abueva wants to change that. He's not going to get to do it. Here comes Alain. Over to Newsome. Newsome making his move all the way to the basket. Draws the foul and gets the bucket to go. Chris Newsome.
Newsome. Here we can see it again. Look at that quick crossover that left Mark Baroka.
Chris Newsome, here we go. Which team is going to be tougher here in the final 7:41? Almost a turnover. Yes, it is. Picked up by Newsome. Chris against Paul Lee. Chris will get to the basket for another layup.
Chris Banquero has struggled in this game. So, kailangan sumubok naman ng ibang players.
7-0 run for Meralco. Newsome, fadeaway jumper on the way. Got it. Working on Quinto to get it over to Baroka. Baroka using the base screen. They kick it out to Rome for three. That's way off. Bothered there by the defense of Newsome.
That this is an 11-2 start for Phoenix here in the first quarter. Sean Miller, Newsome moving around to Banquero in the corner, gets 3.
Slightly different compared to FIBA, but not much. So a lot of it in terms of like the physicality, it's the same because it's also physical abroad. Has really been big here in Meralco because he has even won some games because of those some last-second shots here in the league.
With a minute 20 left here in the third, Raymond Almazan. Now Newsome inside on the drive and finishes the top lay-in.
You know, Newsome has been very...
Still time for Meralco to make a game out of this. Perkins looking at his options. Tyler Tio, 5 points in the quarter if I'm not mistaken, but then another turnover here. Play with Adjokara trying to hound RJ Azul. RJ. Another turnover here. Chris Newsome on the run. Adjokara.
And they've been making their free throws as well.
8-4. Firma leads this by 4. Miller gives it to Newsome. Newsome slams it over the thigh.
Really good at is blocking shots.
Take a look at that dunk over the import. Newsome. It's so nice. You gotta see it thrice.
Figuring out how to penetrate that paint, able to score.
Newsome gets it to Miller. Sean Miller tries a 3 and he drains. Second bucket of the ball game for Sean Miller.
Good pick and pop play there for Miller.
Back to Quinto, feeling it. 3, that doesn't go. Rebound ends up back with Hodge. Newsome had 0 the last game. Finally makes one this time. No go for Nunu.
Not much ball movement there for Meralco.
That's just the team. Athleticism.
Badly for his team.
The defense by Terra Firma. Look at Bonquito save that basketball, and Newsome rewards him with a jump shot.
More games to be able to get back his game coming from an injury.
Newsome. 3 is good for Chris Newsome.
Miller has not really shown the ability to consistently hit those threes, but Newsome with a big basket, and this is down to 7.
That matches the biggest lead they've had at 15. Black, that's a huge 3 for the Bolts. It seemed like Perkins was actually hobbling off just to pick up on that point you were talking about earlier. Almost a steal. It's completed here by Newsome. Here we go. Final play. It goes to Aaron. They set up Newsome. Newsome to tie things up. Yes! Whoa. Does that count? Watch it here. Newsome. Got space. Nails it over the outstretched arms of Tyler.
Mocon was there, but that a little head fake gets Mocon out of the way, and then Chris Newsome just using his athletic ability to shoot over the shorter Tyler Tio. One from Toffin, one from Alejandro.
Newsome. From 16 feet, money. Safely in the driver's seat are the Bolts, especially with this shot. Yes! Wow! What a drastic turnaround here.
So far, Phoenix has gotten their way.
Sean Miller, they needed that one. Mid-range jumper from Sean Miller.
Light it up from the outside. Christian Tyler Tio, again with 20 points in that last game, showing us why. 4 out of 8 from three-point land.
Sean Miller, all 4 points of Newsome so far from the free throw line. They get the steal again. Phoenix with a couple of turnovers here in this third quarter. They kick it out. Newsome lines it up. Gets
there it
the
is.
3.
Shooting with his strong hand. Very soft touch.
And this ties the biggest lead of the game at 17. Newsome drive, slams it down on the baseline. Take a look at this slam by Newsome.
Wow. Nunu off 2 feet.
5 seconds on shot clock. Alain inside to Hodge. Miller. Newsome wide open. And he makes it!
Clutch. You mentioned it a while ago. When the Bolts get going, they really score in bunches. And another clutch shot from the guy who never backs down.